Hey folks, welcome to Big Al's Eats. Normally I'd be outside cooking a little something, but and telling you how to cook and give you little special recipes, but today I'm doing a different kind of how-to. I've been searching the internet, YouTube especially, for how to insulate the windows on a camper. And I got my camper back here, and I've looked at different videos, some really good videos, very informative videos, easy how-to videos on how to do this. And I went through a process yesterday, and as you can see, I've already done a couple of windows on here, and I wound up doing it. I started out doing it the hard way and wound up doing it the most easiest way I could. So let me explain to you what we got going, and I'm going to do the hardest windows next. So stick around. I'll show you the way I did it and the most easiest economical way to do it. Okay, as you can see, I've got a roll of this insulation stuff you put in your windows. They're all different types of brands out there. I bought a big, huge roll of it, and what the product I bought was Sealtech. I bought a 48 by 20 foot piece. That's the label that come out of it right there. And this was the most economical one that I could get. And this was 3mm, really thin. And they've got different sizes, they've got different brands out there. Like I say, I went the most economical way I could. You know, if you've got a camper, motorhome, a boat, there's something to pour money into constantly. But this is the 3mm stuff that I bought, and it like I say, it's real thin, but it's not real flimsy. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. When I first got it, I ordered this off of Amazon, and when I first got it, it was in that big roll. I says, you know, this is way too thin. I should have spent the extra money, got the really thick stuff, you know, so it'll fit better in the windows. Maybe it wouldn't fall out. So anyway, I looked at all these different videos, and I saw some things on there about buy this plastic material. It comes in all different sizes. I can't remember the name of it, but if you've ever been up and down the streets during election season, you see the little signs out front, the little plastic signs with, you know, hey, vote for me. They sell that by the sheet, and I watched a video where a guy was using that as an air barrier between two layers of this reflective type material. And he used a sheet on the inside and on the outside of that material. He measured it to the windows and glued it on, and actually put fabric on the outside so it would look just like blacked out windows. Well, I did that, and I want to show you how that turned out. But first I want to show you, and I've seen different videos on how to measure the window to get a template on how to cut this. And what I was watching seemed fairly easy. And then I got to thinking, I says, there's got to be a better way. So now I want to show you that better way of how to measure the window. And I've got the material over there in that window. And like I say, this is going to be the hardest window to do because I'm doing it all from the outside. The windows that you see on here now, I've already completed those. I've done those on the inside. So let's walk over here. I'm going to show you the easiest way to measure a window, to cut this material to go in it. Okay, here we go. This is real simple. You've seen these, maybe you've seen these pieces or not. This is just a small flimsy piece of little cardboard, and if you see, it's got indentions in that all around in there. What this is, this came out you've seen, you go down there to the store and you want to get a cold beer for the weekend, you get you a 30 pack. These separate the 2 layers of beer in those 30 packs. So, and they're already got a corner on it, but you know, this is the thing, this is how to make your template so you can cut the corners out. And what I did, I put it up in the window like this and lined it up with the window frame. You see what I'm doing? I'm lining it up. And actually when I did this prior, I put a little piece of tape on there so that it would not move. And now there's a little edge right here, you know. I just took my finger and mashed down on it and put an indentation in it. You can use any type of material you want. I mean, my hand works pretty good. You could get a screwdriver and do this with the handle. But as you can see, and it's kind of hard to see, but I can see it, I've got a little line going all the way around. And I can take scissors, cut this out, and then there's my template for the corners after I cut it out. Like I say, and it works perfect. I only done it, I measured twice, cut once. So the next thing that you want to do is measure the height of the window frame and the width of it. So let me set this down. And I'm going to go across it. I'm going to measure the width. And it is 29 1/4. And now I'm going to measure the height, just inside the frame there, all the way to the top, and down here it's 21 1/4. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this template that I'm going to make, and I'll show you the template, and I'm going to write down on this template the size of the window. Write it down right here. Now all I have to do is cut this out and then cut out the dimensions of the reflective material, and then do the sides. Let's go out back, and I got a table set up, show you how to do this and then how to cut it out. This is real simple, real fast. I talk more than I work, so y'all please bear with me. We'll get started on cutting this out, and I'll show you how easy and how quick it is. Like I was telling you, when I started out, I watched all those videos and they were using that plastic material and stuff. I priced that plastic material, and it was way more expensive than I wanted to go. I saw another video where one of the people on YouTube over there, they used a piece of cardboard. So yesterday I started out and I had some cardboard, and this is a super heavy duty cardboard. It's very thick. It's 1/2 inch thick cardboard, very sturdy. I cut it to size to go in the largest windows, and to start out with, I measured this off. I was getting ready to cut the corners. I measured the corners, and to make sure I had straight lines, I marked it. And then I got a skill saw for cutting plywood, 2x4s. And I says, you know, I want to make sure I get a really straight line. I didn't want to do it with a razor blade. So that was the quickest and easiest way. So I got a skill saw out and cut out a square. Then I measured the corners. I got a jigsaw and I cut the corners. And it did very good. Then I took a orbital sander and I sanded all the edges to make sure they were smooth and everything. And went up there and I mounted it into the window, which I had to do very little extra work, but they fit in there nicely. But what happened, and I'll get back to that in just a minute, but like I say, after I got it all cut, measured the length, I stuck it in the window, you know, from the inside, stuck it in there, and it fit real well in there. No problems at all. And I could immediately tell the difference with just using this. I haven't even glued the reflective material on there yet. And I said, that's nice, you know, that's really good. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and it was in the heat of the day. It was about 80 degrees yesterday. This started warping because of the heat and it popped out of the window. So I'd looked at it, made some adjustment to it, stuck it back in there, and that's what I ran into. This was the trouble using cardboard, and I've actually got thinner cardboard, and my thought, if I went to a thinner cardboard, it would probably warp even worse. But this, I mean, you can just about stand on this. This is so firm. So anyway, after messing with it, I says, that's just no way to go. I need something different. So I decided at that point, I says, let me just cut this material and just stick it in the window and see what happens. So that's what I did. I junked this. I'm not using that. I'm not buying the expensive plastic material with a vapor, an air barrier in there. I didn't do any of that stuff. So now let me show you how I did the corners. I got a piece down here and I'm gonna show you that now. Okay, here you have it. This is that piece of material that I had. I wrote the measurements on the back. I took this big pair of scissors here and I put a mark on it where I had the little indentions where I pressed down on it. I just went around, cut out one corner. And to measure the bottom corner, you'll set this back up there like that, stick this on there, and on the material here, and mark around each corner on that. And I'm going to do that now. This is so simple. You just do the corners. All right, I've got this laid out. I want to mark 21 1/4 tall. $21 1/4. We'll check it twice, 21 1/4. I'm going to come down here and mark 21 1/4. All right, got my height marks, and now the width is 29 1/4. So I'm going to start on this end, come down to 29 1/4. Same way at the bottom, 29 1/4. And I'm actually doing it a little oversized so it'll fit in tightly. And now I'll just take my tape measure and mark off the whole thing, then we'll cut it out. Okay, I've got it marked off. I had to take a little break. I had to get some bricks. Hey, we're outside, the wind's blowing. I had to get some bricks to hold things down. We're having some real nice weather today, so bricks come in handy. I got it marked. Let's go ahead and get it cut. And like I say, I'm cutting it just a little bit larger than the measurements. And you don't really have to cut with it. Just slide the scissors down the way there. Somebody that uses scissors a lot could really zip through this. All right, there you have that. Got a little piece grabbing a hole. Now we're going to do the corners. So what I'm going to do is take my template, line it up with the top and the side, get my magic marker, and mark the corner. Come down here, flip my paper over, got it lined up with the top and the side. Got that mark. We'll continue on. We'll mark the other sides then we'll cut it off. All right, I got 3 of those corners cut. I'm gonna go ahead and take these scissors. I'm gonna cut this last corner. And like I say, I've cut this pattern here a little oversized. I'd rather have it a little larger than smaller and have gaps in it. But this is going to fit in that window perfectly. So and there's one more little cut that I'm going to have to make at the bottom. The bottom looks like the top, but it's the bottom. Make one little slit in there. We'll mount it in the window. So we'll go to the camper now, and I'll show you how to mount this in there. It's so easy, and I'm doing the hardest window, doing it from the outside only. All right, I've got everything cut out, ready to go inside here. So right now I'm gonna open the window up, use my head as a prop, and I'm gonna slide this in. Perfect fit. Like I say, I overcut just a little bit so it fits in there tight. And now this is a pop out window, so I'm gonna have to cut a little slot in there. So I'm gonna mark where I'm gonna cut. All right. And I got a pair of scissors here. I'm just going to go up inside and I'm going to cut a little slot out. Small slot right there. And I'm not going to remove the slot that I cut. I'm going to use that as a little handle. I'll slide that back in, push everything down, make sure it's sealed up. And there you have it. That's so simple. A whole lot easier than cutting out cardboard templates with skill saws and jigsaws and sanders. Now all I have to do is go inside and lock this window down, and it's ready to go. I'll take you inside and show you how all the windows look with them being installed and how much cooler it is. So, hey, thanks for joining me. I'll take you inside and show you the rest of this. Got the outside covered. This is that slide out on there, and here's the large windows. Got it all covered good. Everything seems to be working just fine. Let's go inside, check it out. Here you have the inside. It's nice and cool in here. There's no air going, but we got the slide out windows covered. And this just shows you how it fits in there with the large window. Everything's just perfect. It's somewhat cool in here. Let's check out that bedroom, get that door shut. And here you are in the bedroom now. All you got to do is pull this all the way to, slide it over. That window's locked in. And I mean, it makes a huge difference. Normally you stick your hand up here, you can feel heat. But you know, we pull the shade down and it's gonna be completely dark in here at night when you need it to be. So there you have it. It's just so simple. Try it my way, or you could do it the other ways. It's all good, you know, it's all in good information. But pick the one that you like. Like I say, I like the inexpensive, easy peasy way. So from Big Al's Eats, thanks for joining us over here. Thanks for all the YouTubers that watch these videos that I put out. And y'all have a good day. We'll see y'all down the road. Don't forget to check me out over there on Facebook, Big Al's Eats. Oh, and I wanted to give you a little side note. When I made the template to measure to cut for the corners, that one template I made works for all the windows. The big wide narrow windows, the smaller windows like the one in the bedroom I just did, and even the little kitchen windows that are 12 inches tall, 24 inches long. That same pattern works for every corner. All the corners in this camper, they're all the same size. The only difference is height and width. So as a side note, that one template works for all corners.